name is Katie Cami. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to teach you how to make 3 different super healthy summer snacks. Let's get started. For this one, I'm going to teach you how to make homemade lemonade. So for this, you will need a lemon, a medium sifter, and a medium-sized bowl, about a cup of water, a spoon, and some sugar. So the first thing that we are going to do is cut our lemon into 3 parts. You can cut it into 4 if you want. Now this is the fun part. You're just going to squeeze all of the lemon juice out of it and into the sifter so that nothing but the juice goes into the bowl. Do that for the rest of the pieces. Okay, so after you have the lemon juice in your bowl, you're going to add your water. Next, you're going to get about 2 or 3 spoonfuls of sugar. Now you want to mix it until the sugar is completely dissolved. Okay, so when you are done stirring your 3 ingredients, it should look something like this. You may notice it looks a little cloudy. That's because of all the lemon pulp in there. Okay, so now get a clean spoon and taste test. That's really good. If it tastes too bitter, too sour, or it just doesn't taste enough like lemon, you can always add more of whatever you need. Now it's time to pour it into our glass. If you want to, you can add a few ice cubes. And here is our homemade lemonade. Enjoy! Okay, so let's get started on our next healthy summer hack. We are going to be making a homemade milkshake. So for this, you will need some ice, a blender, splash of vanilla, 1 spoonful of Cool Whip, a spoon, frozen Yoplait or another brand yogurt. I'm using vanilla, and a little bit of milk. So the first thing that we're going to do is put our yogurt, still in the container, uncovered, in a small bowl that fits just right like this. Then we are going to run hot water all around it while we pour or mix our other ingredients in this thingy. Okay, so the first thing that we are going to do is take our yogurt and peel the top off of it. We're going to place it in a small bowl so it fits just right like this. Then we are going to fill the bowl around the yogurt with hot water so that it will soften up a little bit so it's easier to put in there. Okay, so now that we have our yogurt sitting in the water, we are going to add our other ingredients to the blender. Time to add the other ingredients into the blender. First, we are going to add ice. Next, just a splash of milk. This is about all you will need in the blender. Next, our spoonful of frozen whipped cream. You don't have to use frozen whipped cream. You can use regular whipped cream or no whipped cream at all. And finally, a splash of vanilla. Okay, so now we are going to add our yogurt to the mix. It should be about softened up enough now. You may have to kind of work with it a little bit until you can get it all out there. And then you can use a spoon for help. Okay, so once you have everything in your blender, it's just time to blend. Blend it until it's nice and smooth and you think you could be able to suck it through a straw. Okay, so now we have everything in our blender and it's time to blend. Make sure it's smooth enough that you would be able to drink it through a straw. I need to reach in there with the end of a wooden spoon or spatula. Just try to mix it up between mixing it. When you're done, it should look something like this. Okay, so now it's time to pour it into a glass. Add a few toppings in there if you want to. Okay, time to taste test. All right. Oh my gosh, that is so good. It tastes exactly like a vanilla milkshake. All right, it's time to move on to the next healthy hack. So let's get started on our next healthy summer hack. We are going to be making apple sandwiches. These work great as a snack or in your lunch. You will need a cutting board, peanut butter and jelly. You don't have to use jelly or you don't have to use peanut butter. A serrated meat knife, a smooth butter knife, and an apple. The first thing that we are going to do is take the meat knife and cut the top off of the apple. During this, you want to make sure you get all the way down into the stem. Once you have the top off, you want to cut the bottom off. Again, you want to make sure you get all of that out, like I did on this side. So now we are going to cut the apple into slices. Make sure you're not cutting the apple into slices this way. You want to start from here and cut the apple down. That's what's going to substitute as the bread. Make the apple slices however thick or thin you want them, but I suggest not making them too thin. Once you have the apples cut, they may have a hole in them. That's because of the core, but it's okay. So now we are going to take our peanut butter and spread them on one of the slices. You want to use the peanut butter on the slices that have the least bit of hole because it's most likely not to sink through if you're careful. So after you have spreaded the peanut butter all over one slice, you're going to take another slice and put it right on top. It may be a little uneven, that's okay, it's just because of the apple. Next, you are going to take the knife you use for the peanut butter, or you can take a spoon and you're going to take a small scoop of jelly and put it in the center of your apple sandwich. Repeat the same step for all the other pieces that you have. Okay, so now that I have made my sandwiches, we are going to make one with just peanut butter. Basically do the same thing but without the jelly. So now that we have our peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, it's time to taste test. That's really good. Tastes exactly the same as if you were to take a regular apple slice and dip it in peanut butter. I hope you guys like this video and I hope you can try out my healthy summer hacks. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Have a good night.